1925 AD, 58:19 AM. The infamous Scopes trial occurred after John T. Scopes, a schoolteacher, was prosecuted for teaching evolution in fundamentalist Tennessee. His attorney was Clarence Darrow, and the pair lost against the oratory of the prosecutor William Jennings Bryan. This trial brought the controversy between creationism and evolutionism to the national level, making the evolutionary model seem more appealing. In August, the Ku Klux Klan holds their first Congress in Washington, D.C., the organisation having over 1 million members. Colonel Fawcett vanished in the unexplored jungles of the Brazilian rainforest, the Mato Grosso, searching for the ancient ruined cities he believed to be located in the area. He had read manuscripts in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, concerning these ruins, as well as reports from earlier explorers, who claimed to have visited the megalithic ruins, architecture of Grecian style destroyed by quakes, actually Phoenician. Remains found in the stomach of a sperm whale are the first scientific hard evidence in the existence of the giant squid. 1. Mankind, Child of the Stars. 2. Secret Places of the Lion. 1926 AD, 58:20 AM. The National Broadcasting Company, NBC, debuted with 24 radio stations in the United States. Christian programming makes up 80% of airtime. Joseph Stalin takes power over Trotsky's leftist faction, removing them from the Central Committee. In the USA, Robert Goddard demonstrates the practicality of the liquid-fueled rocket. The world-famous magician and escape artist Harry Houdini died. Dr. Selim Hassan led an expedition underground below the Giza Plateau into a hall connecting the Sphinx to the Second Pyramid, riddled with precision-cut shafts with depths up to 125 feet long and large chambers with huge niches. The main hall was flagstones, 72 feet wide, 864 inches, and 1476 feet in length, truly heroic underground dimensions, with gigantic blocks. Shafts led hundreds of feet further to large sarcophagus-like crypts, one venerable sarcophagus made of polished white limestone. In this year, the Sphinx was excavated to its foundation for the first time in 25 centuries. 1. Dr. Klaus Ulrich Groth, More Egyptian Underground Secrets Revealed. 2. The Great Pyramids, Kortujani. 1927 AD, 58:21 AM. An earthquake kills 200,000 people in Qinghai, China. Another quake collapsed the banks of the Jordan River in Palestine, disrupting its flow for 21 hours, a phenomenon that may have occurred in 1407 BC, when the Israelites passed over the river to conquer Canaan. Charles Lindbergh was first to fly a transatlantic flight, and he did this in 33.5 hours from New York to Paris, France, in a solo flight aboard the Spirit of St. Louis. This was 3,610 miles. Hermann Müller of Germany discovered that X-rays produced mutations. Leon Trotsky was expelled from the Soviet Communist Party. 1. Biblical Antiquities 3. 2. Human Accomplishment. 1928 AD, 58:22 AM. Joseph Stalin of the USSR sends 30 of his rivals, including Leon Trotsky, into exile. Stalin saw all Jewish alliances as a real threat to his own power, removing them from important positions. By doing this, he turned Russia back into a more nationalistic course. The first black and white television sets go on sale in the USA. Amelia Earhart is the first woman to fly the Atlantic. 1. 20th century events. 2. Jewish supremacism. 1929 AD, 58:23 AM. Italy recognises the Vatican City in Rome as an independent state, signalling the re-emergence of the papacy as a political power. The San Francisco Chronicle depicted the event on the front page and reads, quote, Mussolini and Gaspari sign historic pact, heal wound of many years, unquote. This mirrors the prophecy of Revelation 13:3 concerning the papacy, quote, and his deadly wound was healed, and all the world wondered after the beast, unquote. International bankers and corporate giants deliberately collapsed the American economy as they had done in Germany. The stock market crash on Black Thursday was premeditated to allow the federal government, whose finances are controlled by foreign banks, to exercise tighter controls on the US free market economy. The Piri-Reis map was discovered in the palace of the Sultan of Constantinople, which was originally drawn using older maps in 1513 by the Turkish navigator. The map depicted Antarctica prior to the ice sheets as well as the coasts of South America. This was 476 years after the fall of Constantinople to the Turks in 1453. Dean Byron Cummings of Arizona University and Professor Manuel San Domingo, a Mexican government scientist, discovered human skeletons of men and women that stood 8 foot tall at a site known as Cyclops Necropolis. The Nazis in Germany fight against the Communists in September in Berlin. In Chicago, Al Capone's gang eliminates members of his rivals. The German airship Graf Zeppelin completes an around-the-world flight in 21 days. 1. National Sunday Law. 2. Uncommon Sense. 3. Secret Cities of Old South America. 4. 20th Century Events.